Does Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur. They can beat up everybody else.
However, if I were pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or two before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's gonna become to beat.
The reason I embarked on this whole thing that I just went into is because he reminds me of Stevenson a little bit, Davis. Their styles are similar. They control the outside with the jab and counters. Good defense. Play it safe.
If you're not scared, it just makes yourself look scary.
So you're saying he should have just ate, didn't care about the next weigh-in?
Boxing insiders are questioning Devin Haney's hesitation as Roy Jones Jr. breaks down the potential weight challenges and cautions that Keyshawn Davis's experience and distinctive style could pose serious problems for Haney if they meet in the ring.
And he's right back at the top of his game. Devin showed that the weight loss was probably causing him to not have as good punch resistance, and it also probably wasn't causing him to have as much power or explosiveness as he has. He showed tremendous power, tremendous punch resistance in that fight against Norman, and for him to do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keyshawn comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's gonna be a very interesting fight, because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I also said that he's not just back, he's different. You understand me? So when you got a guy that has that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy, you can never count it.
Former champion Timothy Bradley commends Keyshawn Davis for his skill and self-belief, while taking aim at Devin Haney's team tactics and hinting that there may be hesitation coming from their camp.
His daddy didn't know what the hell he was doing. I told you to go chase some goddamn chickens. I told you. You don't need to be able to pick up them feet and punch coming forward without falling the fuck over. Yeah, you fell in. Keyshawn ain't gonna fall in on your ass unless he want to. Yeah, Keyshawn can throw punches as he's entering mid-range and still keep his damn distance. And he can back up out of range if he need to at the same time. He can go backward, forward, side to side, whatever, man, like some damn switches. Yeah, on the 62 Impala, baby. Yeah. Oh, he got that power, too. Oh, he got that power. All that, hey, clinching, hugging and stuff. I'm telling you, yeah, I already know, Bill, you don't want none of no damn Keyshawn. I know you don't want none. I know Dev will fight anybody. Dev crazy as hell. Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis claims Devin Haney seems afraid to face him, pointing out that Haney avoids direct communication and instead routes all fight discussions through his father, Bill Haney.
Always used to be like, oh, the businessman. Like, he showed me amazing love. And Devin Haney was just the one that just acted like he couldn't see me, which I knew, like, oh, you probably scared of me. Oh, you probably got something to her. I don't know what it was. But I never seen Bill show me so much love, and Devin didn't. Like, it was always like the same thing, but when it came to me, it was different. But now that is weird, because now it's like, damn. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, one time on Twitter, like back in, this is like a little personal, but like, he called me B-word one time on Twitter. And I'm like, you grown as hell, why you even coming at a kid like that? But I'm like, all right, but I respect you differently now, you know? And ever since then, I just looked at them differently, like, okay, bet. When I get myself in a real opportunity, I'm gunning for y'all. Super gunning for y'all. And when I see him at the weigh-ins, I don't remember back then. I just remember him saying that.
Right.
But I seen him at the weigh-ins for...
Bill Haney insists that Keyshawn needs to take the initiative if he truly wants the fight, adding that Davis backed away from progressing serious negotiations for the matchup.
A lot of people feel like maybe Devin hasn't responded to Keyshawn since, you know, the whole... He did say that he'll take Lil Bruh in any order, but
listen, it's me. It's me. I'm not paying Keyshawn no attention. You dig? Because listen, every time I talked to him, I told him in his face, I said, you didn't have to fight this fight. You could have talked to me and we could have been making this thing happen, right? He told me, he says, I know. He said, I know. He said, I said, okay, I got you in the DMs. I got the DM on your word on it, right? I said, when you get through fighting, is Devin next? Do you want to fight Devin next? He said yes. And then he switched over and said he wanted to fight Crocker.
I saw
I
that.
said, Crocker? I said, oh yeah, I ain't with you. I said, I'm not with you ever again. Now listen. I said, I'm not. I said, no, I'm not with him. I said, no, I ain't with him, right? He went and did the brick. He did the brick. He went on the tear. I hit him in the DM.
Bill Haney highlights that a growing number of fans are pushing for a rematch with Ryan Garcia.
About what the people want. The people were screaming that Ryan is back, that he had a hell of a performance. He has a belt. He's in the same division. Of course, if we went with Mario Barrios, they first with our relationship with the WBC, everybody would have said we was cherry picking. You know what I mean? So the only splash that we could make, and just like you said all the time, is they want us to fight the tough competition, but that's why Devin is Debo.
If you fight Ryan, do you need him to be in 24/7, 365 testing? Is that like a no?
No. We just need him to test. It's not going to take 365 days to whip his ass, so we don't need him tested for 365. We just need him tested from now until.
Bernie, Thaw Boxer, challenges Bill Haney's matchmaking role, urging Devin Haney to step up and fight either Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson to truly prove his worth.
Keyshawn or Devin or fighting Shakur or Devin, or Keyshawn, Devin fighting either one of those guys, that's a turned up fight. Him, Tank, that's all that turned up. Feel me? Them is the fights right there. Them is the crest of the crest. People want to see turned up fights.
Obviously, Bill Haney's get lots of praises for his matchmaking lately. Obviously with the Terrence Crawford and Canelo, and obviously Devin Haney's career, right? But
I think he didn't have no matchmaking with that. He did put that bug in Crawford's ear, but that's it. How far are we gonna go with that?
They asked him what made you feel like you could move up to fight, Canelo, and it's
I said he put the bug in his ear. That's it. He just put the bug in his ear.
Wade Plemons comments on Devin Haney's indecision, going back and forth with Ryan Garcia instead of committing to a showdown with Keyshawn Davis.
Both guys are champions, unifying on the line, and they've been going back and forth on Twitter the last couple of days. It's been pretty crazy. Let's get into it. We have Ryan, first off, saying, Haney, if it's time to end you, it's time. You will be erased. I heard you speak in my name. If this is what you want, let's start discussions. Mark my words, you'll never fight again after this. So let that sink in and accept it before you say yes. Not just, hey, I'm going to smoke you again. Hey, you're not on my level. I'm going to beat you pillar to post. He said, I'm going to beat you so bad you never fight again. I'm going to erase you. That's the confidence level Ryan Garcia is coming in. Is that because of his performance versus Mario Barrios, or the performance versus Devin Haney, or just a combination of knowing what he did in the Haney fight and knowing how much better he's gotten since?
Timothy Bradley praises Keyshawn Davis for his fluid movement and genuine punching power, highlighting his ability to back up predictions with results. He recalled how Keyshawn accurately forecasted stopping Jermaine Ortiz and then executed it flawlessly, despite Ortiz's attempts to switch stances and change rhythms. Keyshawn's sharp timing and precision neutralized every adjustment. Bradley emphasized that this combination of ring IQ and adaptability makes Keyshawn a formidable opponent for anyone, including Devin Haney, noting that Keyshawn meticulously studies his opponents and exploits their patterns once inside the ring.
I was going to be the next one. Yeah, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to stop Ortiz, and he stopped his ass. Shit. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. He stopped his ass. Keyshawn ran through Ortiz. And Ortiz didn't know what to do. Ortiz was like, ain't nothing working. Ain't nothing working. What can I do? Let me switch southpaw. Bing, 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 bing. Let me go orthodox. Bing, bing, bing. Let me try to get in my rhythm. Bing, bing. Let me try to change guard. Bing, 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 bing. Everything he did, it got taken away from his. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to freaking Devin Haney. He get in there with Keyshawn Davis. Everything you do. I know your every move, Dev. Yeah, I do. I do know your every move, Dev. For real. And you don't think Keyshawn know it? Shit. Keyshawn sees it. He see what he can do to get your son.
Negotiations between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis sparked major excitement in the boxing world, but despite the buzz, the fight never came to fruition. Both camps discussed terms publicly, and Keyshawn and Bill Haney reportedly agreed in person that the matchup was possible. Fans quickly jumped in, debating outcomes and hoping the rivalry would become official. Still, some analysts urged caution, noting that without a signed contract, speculation was premature and that modern fighters rarely generate the same hype scene during legendary build-ups like Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. Keyshawn added that Haney seems hesitant to face tough, aggressive challengers.
Contract, you literally seen Keyshawn and Bill Haney agreed to fight each other in person and all this type of stuff, and the fans start getting involved, putting out their own fight predictions like, yeah, this would happen and I would favor this. You don't see me doing that, and there's a specific reason. I don't waste time. I'm definitely not lazy, but I don't believe in wasted energy. What's the point? What's the point of me wasting my energy and saying 1,000 words? There's 1,000 words that I could say. You know what I mean? Get my Justin Timberlake on, Ego Timberlake, saying 1,000 words, and then I never get a conclusion. What's the point of me putting out, if you notice my channel, I don't put out no fight predictions if it ain't a signed fight.
He noted that while Bill Haney had shown him respect during his rise, Devin Haney's attitude came across as distant and dismissive. Keyshawn said he even confronted Bill directly, seeking assurance that a fight would follow his victories, yet no formal offer ever materialized. He maintains that he would move up a division just for Devin, underlining his confidence. Despite the public back and forth and mounting tension, the potential matchup remains unresolved, leaving fans wondering what ultimately blocked the fight from happening.
According to Keyshawn, he they don't want smoke. And this is why, like I said, this is why I can't get invested in a lot of these new generations back and forth.
47. The only person I'm going to 147 for is Devin Haney.
Really?
If he just stay at 140, I was going to gun for him too, though. Not going to hold you.
Right. But what about Ryan Garcia? He's a champion with a big name. He just sold out.
He got a lot of speculation around his name right now. I'm not with Ryan Garcia.
Mean?
He got a lot of speculation. Like, shit. I just want things to be.
What do you think about his performance?
It was a good performance. Great one, actually.
So he said if he goes to 47, it got to be for Devin Haney. But the problem is, after this interview was conducted, he talking about calling out Lamont Roach. And he's saying that he ain't heard from Devin Haney. So somebody got to.
Bill Haney voiced frustration with Keyshawn Davis, claiming that Keyshawn was merely trolling his son and never serious about pursuing the fight. Haney said he reached out multiple times to open negotiations, but Keyshawn showed little genuine interest. When asked directly about making the fight happen, Keyshawn dodged the question and redirected Haney to speak with Jay Prince. Haney saw this as gamesmanship, believing Keyshawn prioritized theatrics and leverage over a genuine commitment to the matchup.
Keyshawn the Businessman Davis was just trolling about a showdown with his son, first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and now reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world, and Devin the Dream Haney. 33 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. Keyshawn Davis, 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. Keyshawn is actually, I think he's older than Devin.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.